back to my booktube channel, The Bookkeeper. My name is Beatriz and today I'm starting out a new reading vlog. So I know it's been a while since I last posted. I just wasn't in the right mindset to film and then I had a lot going on, but I am hopefully getting back on track and on schedule with everything. But I wanted to do this reading vlog so that I can sort of ease into it and hopefully have another sit down video posted next week as well. But anyway, so for this week my plan was to finish The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I actually finished it yesterday and I really enjoyed it. I think I was going to give it a 4.5 stars like for the whole book, but then the ending was really nice and I think it was just such the perfect ending for that book. I think it really, like, I don't think it could have ended in another way and still have the book be so perfect and so in tone with the whole narrative of the book. So I really enjoyed it. I loved Addie as a character, even though she definitely felt very odd. I was reading it alongside my mom and my mom didn't really like Addie at the beginning, so I don't know if she's the most likable character, but I really grew to enjoy just her personality in general. So I really enjoyed that book, and it was one of the books that I wanted to read until the end of the year, so I'm really glad I'm done with that. I am currently listening, or like I started listening to the audiobook for Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. I don't know how to say that. I mean, I'm Portuguese, so I should have more of a Spanish Elizabeth Acevedo. I don't think I'm saying that right. I'm sorry. Anyways, brain fart. Earlier this year, I read With the Fire and High, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not a huge fan of contemporaries most of the time. Like, it has to be a really special contemporary for me to actually enjoy reading it, because I think it's because most of contemporaries are written from kids in high school, and I just, not that I'm old, but it's harder for me to relate, so it has to be like a special contemporary for me to really enjoy it. And I really like this one, even though the main character, I think her name is Amani, she is in high school, but I just think the whole book was so well written and it incorporated a lot of like food elements, which is not something that I had read before. So I really enjoy that one, and I really like her writing, and I've heard very good things about both Clap When You Land as well as Poet X, and I have the two audiobooks that I'm planning to read in the next couple of weeks. For the physical book, I'm still not sure what I want to pick up. I went book shopping at the beginning of the month, and I got The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern, and I just, oh my god, this cover. I'm so glad I got the paperback as well. This was on not on sale, it was like at my local bookstore, and I was just so surprised to find it there, and it's really pretty. So I might read this. I feel like this would be, I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I've been wanting to read The Night Circus, which is the other book by this author that's like really well known. This one has also been really well received, and I've been wanting to read her books for a really long time, and since I think this is pretty whimsical and sort of has like kind of a magical element to it, so I don't know if I want to pick this up next or if I want to read something completely different and just read Six of Crows. This is also the paperback. I have never read Six of Crows because for the longest time I thought you had to read the Grisha trilogy first to get to this one, and then I actually went book shopping with Mafalda from Mafalda is Reading, and she said that she read Six of Crows without it, and so I mean, I might just read Six of Crows. I don't know. Either one of these two, or The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, or The Secret History. I don't know which book I want to read. I'm going to think about that. I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Maybe I'll read like the first chapter of each of them and then see which one piques my interest. I've been wanting to read Six of Crows for such a long time now, and I know it's a book I'm going to love. I also know I'm going to love The Well of Ascension. Pretty sure I'm going to love this one. And I'm pretty sure I'm also gonna love The Secret History. So today is not quite a busy day. I have class in the afternoon. I'm going out for lunch, and I'm really excited for that. And I also did my makeup today because I usually don't do my makeup, but I've been feeling kind of low lately, and so it was just a little pick me up, make myself feel better. Because as I'm sure I'm not the only one, but just COVID and quarantine, lockdown, it's been all kind of weighing a little heavier on me lately, and it's just been kind of hard to cope with that. And I mean, in Portugal we don't have like super restrictive measures. We have a lockdown like 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. on weekdays, and then after 1 p.m. on the weekends. And so like it's not super restrictive, but it's just like it's been such a long time since things have been normal, and I just want to be like, okay, can we just like stop this? Okay, it's been almost a year. I think we can go back to normal now. I don't know, it's just weird. and I haven't been feeling my best, which is why I also haven't been filming, but I'm hoping to make myself feel a little better. I hope you guys enjoy this reading vlog. So I don't actually remember when was the last time that I updated you guys, but it is currently like Sunday evening. It's almost 6 o'clock. But today I had just a really chill day. I didn't do much. Like, I basically got ready to go for a run this morning with my mom, and then as soon as we were leaving the house it started raining, so that didn't happen. We made lunch and I baked a cake, and it was just a really like nice, lovely family lunch, and I just really enjoyed it. And I helped my mom clean up the house, and so it was just like a really chill Sunday, and it felt really good to have one of those. I'm actually gonna go read for a while, and I'm currently reading Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And I think I'm only like 37 pages into this. I think the only time I read this was Friday evening, because my father actually did a live stream on Instagram with reading sprints, and so that's the only time I actually read this. I didn't pick it up yesterday. So last week I finished Addie LaRue, and I kind of wanted to gather my thoughts on it before I actually said anything about it, but here's the thing, I really loved it. I think it is a great book. And the thing about V. Schwab's writing, and I had noticed this in the past as well, is that her writing is so beautiful. It's so poetic, but at the same time is really easy. Like, you often find books that have really beautiful writing, but it feels a little dense, and you sort of have to consume it in little bits at a time. But her writing just feels so effortless, so beautiful, but so effortless and so simple to read. And so it was a really easy read. I read it on my iPad, so I didn't actually look at the size of the book, but I saw a picture of it online, and it's actually quite a big book, and it didn't feel like it at all. Maybe because, like, since I was reading on my iPad, I couldn't actually look at the length, but it felt really quick, and the chapters are really small, so I loved that. I loved Addie as a character. I loved how flawed and how, like, her way of thinking, I just loved it so much. I don't know if I would have been able to have as much courage and the will to keep living after everything that she went through. I think she's a really interesting character, and I loved how it ended. Like, I was gonna give the book a 4.5 stars, and I bumped it to a 5 stars in the end just because of the ending, because I had an idea of what I thought was going to happen. I was like, okay, this is gonna happen, like, and if it did happen, I mean, it would have just been kind of predictable, but it did not end up the way I thought it would at all, and it was such a great ending for the story. I think it was like the perfect ending for that story. It never even occurred to me, but I am so glad, obviously, that it occurred to the author, because the book is absolutely spectacular. I loved it. I loved the ending. I loved how it wrapped up, and I think it is probably one of my favorite books of this year. Little spoiler for a future video that's coming, but I'm really glad I read it. I'm glad that, you know, we finally got to read this piece of writing that V. Schwab's been working on forever, and I'm really excited to see what else she has in store. It has made me read the Darkest Shade of Magic series. I read that, I think it was last year. I think it was probably last year that I read it, or maybe early this year, I don't know. This year has been kind of a blur, so I can't remember if it was early this year or last year, but I really want to reread those. I'm going to read Six of Crows for a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this soon, because I know it's going to be one of those books that I'm really going to enjoy. So I know that if I just like sit down properly with this, then I'm going to just read everything. But it's so pretty, like the red on the cover, it like shines, and I love it. It's so pretty. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sorry I haven't been like vlogging too much. I keep forgetting that I'm doing a vlog, and so sometimes I do things and I'm like, oh, I could have filmed that, and then I just forgot. But anyways, that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna read for a little bit, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I just wanted to point out, is anyone else's like
home clothes in the winter, like super random, because I'm wearing these leggings that I got from Walmart when I still lived in the US, and they're like they have like ghosts and pumpkins, and so they're like Halloween themed. And then I have my wonderful, very Christmassy socks, and then I just have like a robe with stars, and it's like none of it matches, yet I feel so warm and cozy. So I mean, definitely killing the fashion game. December 1st, and I'm so happy because December is finally here, and it's just the most wonderful time of the year, literally. And I think we all need some Christmas cheer this year, so I'm really happy. It is, I was gonna say Tuesday morning because it feels, I was gonna say Monday morning because it does feel like a Monday morning, but it's actually Tuesday. It's supposed to be, it is a national holiday here in Portugal, but I had class anyway because I have wonderful professors. I woke up this morning and I went out for a run with my mom, and I almost didn't go because I was like, oh, I don't feel like going, but I did, and it felt really good. And it's one thing that I've been noticing for like the past few weeks when I mentioned that I wasn't feeling my best, and I wasn't really just having a great time overall. And I think that one of the things that always makes me notice that I'm struggling a little bit is when I stop wanting to do the things that I love doing, and some of that is exercise, like some of that is reading, others is like playing guitar. And so when I notice that I'm having a hard time actually wanting to do those things is when I know that I'm actually struggling, and I haven't been working out consistently for such a long time, and I've been noticing on my body and on my energy. And I decided that, I could, whine forever. I could just get up and do it. And I had been trying to take a few days off. Like this weekend, I didn't do any work because I was just like, you know what, I am tired, I feel burned out, and I just really need to get a few days to myself. And I did that, and I was all about that self-care thing. But the thing is that I woke up yesterday and I felt exactly the same, like nothing really changed, even when I took days off, and even when I was like, okay, I'm not going to focus and I'm not going to think about any of my classes, I'm just going to focus on myself and resting and giving myself a couple of days to just rest. And even when I did that, like Monday morning I woke up and I still felt like shit basically. And so I just thought to myself, okay, so maybe I didn't need time off, maybe I'm just not motivated and feeling a little lazy because of quarantine and because every day kind of feels like the same. And so I just need to kick my own butt a little bit and actually get up and do stuff. And that's what I did today. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna mope around anymore. Like if I need to take time off for myself, that's completely fine, but right now that is not what I need, because I did that and I feel exactly the same. I even feel worse because it's like I'm even doing less. I was just like, yeah, sometimes I just need kick my butt a little bit and tell myself, you know what, you set out to do this and you need to actually do it. You need to study, you need to exercise, you need to read, you need to do all of these things that you actually enjoy, so that you can have some joy in your life. And so that's what I did today. I went out for a run. I don't know, I'm really happy today. I feel like you can also tell that in like this clip in comparison to other clips. I'm just feeling great, and I had class, I went for a run, I felt great. Felt really tired the whole way and kind of sucked, but at the end I felt really great, and that's, the most important thing. But anyways, reading updates. I have been making slow progress in the Six of Crows. I think I'm on page like 50-ish. I haven't been reading that much of that. I tried yesterday, but I didn't read that much. I wasn't like focused in it. but I've been listening to a lot of Clap When You Land. I think I have like an hour and a half to go. I'm hoping to finish that today and still count it towards my December or November wrap up, because it's, you know, December 1st, it's fine. We can cheat a little. And I'm hoping to count that still. It is so good. Like, Elizabeth Acevedo, her words, like her way with words is just completely fantastic. And I can't even describe what it is. It's just, she's so great. And she makes such an interesting story and makes it sound like 1,000 times more interesting. I feel like she could take the most boring story and also make it interesting. She is so great. Obviously, since I'm listening to the audiobook, it's her narrating the voice of one of the sisters and then another woman narrating the other girl. But they're both so great. It's been so cool to listen to it. And this happened to me when I also read Fire on High. I just think she's such a great narrator. And especially since it's her own story, she knows exactly how to tell it. And my arm is getting really tired because I'm using my phone. She knows exactly how to tell it. And so, I mean, I'm really enjoying myself. I think it's a wonderful story. It's a wonderful book. And if you haven't read it, you should do so already. I'm so glad that I'm reading it now. And I also want to read The Poet X before the end of the year, because I don't think she has any more books. I think she only has 3, but I'm also going to look into that, because if she has more books, then I want to read like everything that she has written. I want to read it. Like, I want to consume it in some way, and I just want it all. So yeah, those are my updates for right now. Also, I don't think I've showed you guys my little baby plants, but look at this one. I got it, I think it was about a month ago or so, maybe a little over a month, but look at how she's growing. It's so funny to me. Like, every time I see this, I think about that video of Lady Gaga saying, "Where do you think you're going, girl?" Like, that's what I think about when I see this. It's like, where do you think you're going, baby? Sorry, that was my baby voice. And yeah, I don't know why she's growing out like this. It's only here as well. But so this is my little one. And then I have this aloe vera over here, which is, he's a little dry because in the end, like in the beginning, I placed him for a little longer than I should in the sun, and so some of these tips are a little dry, but I like them so much. They're so cute. I love them. They're my babies. Hello everyone. So I finally finished Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 stars. So for anyone that doesn't know, because I don't think I've mentioned it in this vlog yet, Clap When You Land is a book which talks about 2 girls that had a father, and he died in a flight that actually happened a month after 9/11, and it was a flight that was destined to fly to the Dominican Republic, and the flight actually crashed. Everyone aboard died, and I think 5 people on the ground also died, but once people found out that it wasn't a terrorist attack, it kind of died down, and the people in the media kind of stopped talking about it, even though it was such a great tragedy for the Dominican Republican community in the United States, especially in New York, because it was such a great loss since the majority of the people aboard were of Dominican Republican descent. The author writes from 2 different perspectives, 2 different sisters, one that lives in the Dominican Republic and one that lives in the US, that both share the same father, but they don't know of the other girls' existence. And so basically the book talks about how they found out about each other and how they deal with grief of losing their dad, but also realizing that he's not the person that they thought he was when he was alive. And so just sort of coming to terms that we sort of grow up thinking our parents are heroes that can do no wrong, but as we grow older we see that, you know, no, they're actually human beings and they can be wrong and they can lie, keep secrets. And so I thought that was a really interesting premise for this book, and I really liked that aspect of it. I wish it would have been a little more explored over how you can still grieve someone and still be mad at them for all the things that they kept from you, and I thought that could have been a little more explored. And I also would have liked to see the relationship of the 2 sisters as well, because you have a very small portion of the book when they're actually together, and so I would have just liked to see more of that and sort of see how their relationship develops, because I feel like that part of the book was a little rushed towards the end. Nonetheless, it was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. I love Elizabeth Acevedo's writing. I think she is such a good author, especially because I was listening to the audiobook, which is narrated by her, or one of the sisters is narrated by her, and she's such, I think she used to do slam poetry, so she's such a great narrator, and because it's her book, she knows exactly how to narrate it as well. And yeah, overall it was just a really good book. I really enjoyed it, and
and I think I'm gonna end this vlog now because I have been editing this and it's getting quite long, but I'm hoping that you guys like this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, please click the like button because that would really, you know, help support this channel, and click the subscribe button if you would like to see more content from me. And I hope you guys enjoy this reading vlog. Okay, bye!